through my veins. Whispers haunt the dead of night. Memories I still must fight. But steel is forged through flame and strife, and I will take back my life. The world may try The smoke has cleared, her face remains etched in the stone of all my shame. I thought I'd feel some peace somehow, but silence is my prison now. No glory waits for hate's decay, just graves I carved along the way. Ashes of mercy in my wake. I gave it all, but all I take is pain that echoes in the flame and whispers back her broken name. I watched her fall through fire and lies. Now I just haunt the smoke-filled skies. There is no home, no path, no shore, just endless ash forevermore. Ashes of mercy in my wake. I gave it all, but all I take is pain that echoes in the flame and whispers back a broken
flags to raise, only ash and toxic haze. We built this throne with fire and hate. warnings, no more lies. The smoke still rises from our cries. History's dead and hope has drowned. We wear the silence like a crown. Ashes and iron, that's all that remains. Power through violence, truth through pain. No God, no mercy, no saving grace. Only the strong survive this place. beneath the flag of lies.
They own your work, they steal your breath, they feed you slow in silent death. System slave, rise or fall, your back's against the bloody wall. Break the chains, ignite the flame, refuse to play their wicked game. You thought I'd crawl, you thought I'd break, but silence sharpens every ache. You vanished fast, left me to die, but I stood still and watched the sky. I don't scream, I don't forgive, I learned to burn and then I live. Cold vengeance, slow and pure, every wound becomes a cure. No more rage, no more cries, just quiet storms behind my eyes. Time won't heal, it feeds the flame. You'll taste the dark behind my name. I won't strike loud, I won't warn. I am the calm before the storm. I don't scream, I don't forgive, I wait, I strike, I never miss. Cold vengeance, slow and pure, every wound becomes a cure. No more rage, no more cries, just quiet storms behind my eyes. shift the iron hand. Revolt begins when you take a stand. You're not alone inside the cage. Feed your fear and burn your rage. System slave, rise or fall. Your back's against the bloody wall. Break the chains, ignite the flame. Refuse to play their wicked game. This isn't freedom, it's disguise. You bleed beneath the flag of lies. They own your work, they steal your breath. They feed you slow with silent death. System slave, rise or fall. Your back's against the bloody wall.
this empty sky, and all I hear are reasons why. They said repent and you'll be saved, but saints don't walk where I'm enslaved. No heaven for me, no light to chase, only the fire I can't erase. I wear my sins like rusted chains, no angels come, just acid rain. I bled for truth, they sold me lies. My faith is buried where hope dies. Each vow I swore now fades to black. A soul too stained to ever come back. They said believe and you'll be whole, but silence echoes through my soul. No heaven for me, no light to chase, only the fire I can't erase. I wear my sins like rusted chains, no angels come, just acid rain. I'm not the devil, just betrayed by every word the preacher made. If there's a gate, it's closed and cold. No story left worth being told. No heaven for me, no light to chase, only the fire I can't erase. I wear my sins like rusted chains, no angels come, just acid rain. Wolves in silk, they smile and steal. Preach the lie, then sign the deal. Chains of gold, blood on the floor. We're not your slaves anymore. We've seen the mask behind the throne. And now we rise to claim our own. Bury the crown, burn down the sea. Ashes of kings crushed under our feet. Raise the fire, scream out loud. This is our time. Bury the crown. Books of law now soaked in red. Truth was silenced, justice dead. But every scar and every wound becomes a sword, becomes a tune. No more silence, no more chains.
refuse to seal the door. I'm trapped beneath forevermore. A soul unblessed, I drift alone, still chained beneath the coldest stone. I scream, but none can hear me now. I claw the earth, I don't know how. One
whisper